we're looking at the world famous car from NUDIE.
Yes.
The Designer to the Stars. I live in North Hollywood. I hear the legends of the store on Lancashire. Wow.
Yeah.
So tell us about growing up and hearing about your grandfather.
Oh my God, growing up was a crazy life, let me tell you. It was rhinestones and unmatched boots and crazy cars with horns and guns and silver dollars. It was a great childhood, it really was. And I worked in the store all those years too.
Did you really?
I did.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun.
So where did he get his start? How did he start taking the costume to the outrageous level? Was he always from California or did he move out here?
No, he actually immigrated here from Kiev, Russia, and when he was 11 years old. And he ended up in Ellis Island, and he started off making G-strings for all the showgirls, all the burlesque queens. And then just used to hang out sort of at the old movie theaters and saw something above and beyond the Western screen and decided put rhinestones. And Lefty Frizzell was the first person to wear an L and an F. And it basically tumbled from there on out, you know,
So who were some of the first stars that started wearing his clothes?
Oh God, well Lefty was the first one, then Tex Williams, who was a good friend of his to get his first start, and Roy Rogers, John Wayne to John Lennon, and I mean, anybody you could possibly think of. I mean, Michael Jackson's rhinestone glove.
So they'd all come to the store and he'd fit them and they'd kind of look at ideas. And of course, the Palomino was right up the street.
Oh, well, the Palomino Club was like the place to hang out back in the day.
Yeah.
In fact, my mother met my father there, who was Johnny Cash's piano player.
Wow.
And everybody hung out there, and NUDIE would always go to all the shows, get to know his clients.
So by day at the shop, and by night you go up to the Palomino.
Yes, that was the deal. Yeah, it was fun. It was
so a lot of the artists that would come in for a Palomino show would come in the afternoon before their show. And get their outfits for their next appearances and tours.
Yeah.
Any unique stories? Any like surprise visits?
Oh my God! Well, let's see. Roger Miller, Glenn Campbell for KLAC live remote. That was fun, and I was a kid serving up the coffee to all of them, you know. And then they go in the back kitchen and have a little JD at the bar. Good times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Any presidents, any celebrities outside?
Reagan.
Ronald Reagan?
Ronald Reagan. In fact, he sent my grandparents on their 50th anniversary a telegram. And they were actually doing a live remote for KLAC. And he sent them a telegram wishing them much more happiness throughout their lives. And they would be friends because before Ronald was president, he was, governor, and then he was doing Western film, along with Audie Murphy, who was a personal friend of his as well.
So, did he start with the clothes and then started accessory his cars?
Well, no, kind of did it around the same time.
So it was like the Cadillacs and then...
Well, he started with the 1950 Hudson.
Okay.
And then moved on to Pontiac Bonnevilles, and then one station wagon, which he made for my mother to drive me in, the 64 Pontiac.
Okay.
And then the last one was the Cadillac that he made for my grandma, and that's the last car. 18 of them all together.
Wow. Now, obviously, the Western theme with the guns and the rifles and the Longhorn, but any special symbolism that we should know about on this car?
The saddle was for me to ride on as a kid in all the parades.
Saddle in the back seat.
Yeah.
And would he park this out front of the store? Or?
Oh, yeah. And then we also had a garage for it in the back.
Okay.
But they would drive into work every day in this car.
So they lived in North Hollywood?
No, they actually lived in Arleta.
Wow.
A tough location growing up, but that's where they made home in 1964 and lived there until my grandmother passed in 2006.
That's amazing. So, when you grew up, when did you first start realizing, like, hey, my grandfather isn't normal. He's special.
Probably about junior high.
Okay.
Yeah. About 76.
Were you into country music yourself, or you grew up with rock and roll?
A little bit of both, and R&B, because we also did a lot of R&B artists too.
Is that right?
Yes, Aretha Franklin, Bootsy Collins.
Whoa.
We did for Teddy Pendergrass. Yes.
So those big suits that Teddy
Yes.
would wear with the sequins.
Rhinestones.
Rhinestones.
And we're still making suits today. And now we're opening up NUDIE's Honky Tonk in Nashville, Tennessee, right on Broadway. At the end of this year. And the car is actually going to be going there, and my collection. And it's going to be a place, it's going to be like a walking museum, as well as a place to come in and eat, admire all of the history of NUDIE.
I was going to ask you how the car ended up here, but I guess it isn't ending up here.
It has been here
Been
actually.
here for a long time?
I had an opportunity to do this honky tonk, and my wagon and my trailer, my Roy Rogers trailer, will stay here, but the caddy will be going to Nashville and be on display there.
Well, we can't wait to see you premiere it there.
Yes, me too.
And I know this, we're looking at a lot of history here. This is the Palomino sign right over here.
Yes, yes.
This is an amazing trip down memory lane.
Yes,
And
a lot of history.
yeah, I can't get enough of it. Things have changed so much in our society.
Yes.
It was a simpler time. We grew up with all these cartoons and cereals and pinball machines and, you know.
Yeah.
Well, hats off to your family.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for appreciating.
Thank you very much.